Well, my friends, today could be the beginning of an exciting new chapter in ELVERSBERG football, or it can be an unmitigated disaster. Lots of things have changed. Some things haven't. Our roster, though, is different. We have outs, my friends. Robin Fellhauer is finally gone. Not really happy about it are the fans or the board necessarily, but the time had come. 1.2 million. I think it's rising up to like 1.5 million, maybe even a little bit more. He's off at FC Volendam, and not a moment too soon. David Mutter is gone. Schweinfurt paid us 16 grand or something for him. He is out the door, and it was good riddance to bad rubbish. Gabriel Drakawi didn't originally intend to sell him, but he is getting a little bit older, and he was, as we talked about in yesterday's episode, he was struggling a bit for game time. He's now at SV Waldorf. He has been sold for 16,000. Maybe Mutter only got like 10. And Maximilian Holmes is out on loan to ELVERSBERG. We have a ton of center backs. We talked about this as we went through the analysis. He was kind of low on the pecking order. Still not quite ready to give up on him yet. So he is out on loan for the season. We have brought in a number of bodies, the least exciting of which, to me, is 20-year-old Noah Perner. He's a striker. He's 5'11". He's pace-wise doesn't have a lot of strength or stamina, which kind of makes me a bit nervous. He's a bit down on our pecking order. He's one of the oldest of the players that we brought in just to kind of see what we might get. We didn't pay anything for him. We got him on a free, so could have been worse. One Cole, he is Ghanaian, but he was born in Saarlouis, so he is a local. Striker, pacey, tall, great acceleration, good first touch, good dribblings. Finishing is okay, but his technique hopefully makes up for that. He's a good decision maker. He's got a decent amount of composure as well. He is definitely going to be stepping in and playing a much larger role this year. He's 23 years old. What just happened? He's 23 years old. Come back. Let's go. I don't know what I touched. He is 23 years old, cost us 48,000. We got him from Hamburg. He didn't play for them last year. Most of his experience has come at the B team level, but 15 goals, 1 assist in 34 appearances last year for Hamburg's B team. Hopefully he can make the step up. Lucas Hoffman is wanted out on loan. I may let him go for that respect. He's 17 years old. He's got some seasoning he needs to do. 75,000 we paid from Hamburg. Not Hamburg, but Hamburg. One is local, one is not. He's pretty much a utilitarian. He can play anywhere up the spine of the midfield. He's got some pretty good physicals. His jumping reach isn't great, but otherwise not too bad. Good amount of technique. I think he's going to be a solid player. He may just need a little bit more time getting some experience elsewhere. Heinz Fischer is one that really excited the fans and the board. He's 17 years old. We got him on a free. Again, he can play anywhere up the middle. His physicals are not fantastic, but I like his teamwork. He's got a decent work rate, good amount of technique. His flair, composure is good. Decision-making is good. He basically checks a lot of the boxes, and I think he's got a lot of growing he can do. Marvin Newsom, we had already put the offer in for him last time. He is officially here. He is a 6'1" striker. He has been here before. Not a lot I need to say about him, but he is here permanently. 180,000 from Kaiserslautern, and I just realized where I go wrong. As soon as I go in there, that's what happens. And Frederick Rechtenwald, he's 24. He's the oldest of the players that we brought in. He can play right back. Now, I think part of the reason why they were so upset that we sold Fellhauer is they knew that Rechtenwald was coming in, and they didn't think that he was good enough to replace Fellhauer. Well, we've got Diallo for that, but Rechtenwald can play on either side. He's basically going to be our new Carligero Rizzuto, who has retired, so he is no longer with the club. And that's it for the... Now, there is a noticeable name that we are missing, and that is our good friend Leonard Niederlander. What I did not realize, I didn't even think that we had done this in the first place. He is joining us permanently on Mainz, but not until next summer. Apparently, he is still here on loan, which is a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing that we essentially get him for another year, and it's a year where we're not paying the full boat for his salary, and I don't even think they've taken away the $450,000 that we paid for him. The bad thing is we had originally promised to play him in a defensive midfielder role, which is not a role we are currently playing in the tactic. So hopefully we don't tick his coach off to the point where he wants to recall him, and then we have to wait for him to come play for us next year. Does that make sense to everybody? We had a decent preseason. Most of these matches, and even went back to before last season officially ended, although it's not showing them there. A lot of these were against teams that were smaller than us. We did play Grenoble in Ligue 2. We lost 1-0 to them. And then we took on Bournemouth, who are currently in this save in the championship. 2-1. We did get a goal from Marvin Houston to put us up 1-0, but then they were able to come back later on in that one. Tomasao Pobega and Luis Sinisterra scoring for the Cherries. So not a bad preseason. And we have decided that we're changing so much that we are actually, for now, keeping the tactic. This has not changed. What has changed is who is occupying each spot for the most part. Let me, where is Mr. Cole? Let's get Mr. Cole out here. He is going to go there. Well, what's his best role? Yeah, let's do this. Yannick Rochelt goes there. You're going to be a deep lying forward. Going back to the deep lying forward. So it is the 5-2-3. But a number of the faces from last year are either no longer here or are on the outskirts of the squad. Florian Ballas, not selected. Lucas Schnellbacher, not selected. We're trying to sell him. We have not gotten any takers. Samir Shaheen, he's coming back from an injury. He would normally be out there. Patrick Schmidt, we put him on the unwanted list. We are trying to sell him. Dominic Martinovic, we are trying to sell him. Rechtenwald, fitness test. Moritz Ruffing, I would like to get him on the bench somewhere, but we're going to let Aaron Manu stay in that spot for now. Pascal Diallo is going to start this one on the bench. We've got a couple of other guys, youngsters, that we're trying to decide what we're going to do with them in the long run. So it's going to be Schreiber in goal, a back three of Zentner, Adieli, and Sickinger. Sickinger still our captain, so at least for the start of the season, we're going to have him start the season. Akhmedov and File. File's just a better option right now than Diallo. If File's around, yeah, he's older. We need to have some experience on this pitch. It's going to be Niederlander and Henrich. Henrich in there for some Shaheen. Gindorf playing the Trequartista at the 10. Cole is going to make his debut, and Rochelt is going to be right next to him. I am optimistic. I am feeling good. I liked the way the team was playing in the preseason. I understand that the level of competition may not have been there. But I liked the way that we played against Grenoble, and I really liked, honestly, the way that we played against Bournemouth. And those are two competitions that are ranked higher than us in the Zweite Bundesliga. So we were punching above our weight against those teams. And that is the kind of thing that we really need to do if we are going to succeed. We're taking on Hamburg again. I try not to play too many opponents so close together, but this is the season opener, so really, what can you do? And we are in charge of the ball. We are in control early on before losing it, of course. Berke Yilmaz will take over in the midfield, looking to move it forward for Hamburg. We are starting the season on the road, and I am hoping for a point from this match. I would like to see us be better at home. I would like to see us be better on the ball in general, but I would also just like to see us have that extra bit of energy that I think the younger legs could supply us. That was a terrible turnover. Willemsen pushing it up. He's got two men in the middle. Circles it back. Berke Yilmaz. Reese laying it out to Rios. Pena by Afore. To Berkeley Yilmaz. We are keeping them out of the box at least for now. And, of course, now that I've said that, watch them run in. Come on. There you go. Yilmaz. Dormerson, he was offside. The flag is going to be up. Oscar Willemsen did score, but it is not going to count. We are going to have to watch VAR, but I saw that flag go up in the corner, out of the corner of my eye. So, no big deal. Schreiber has been actually very good this preseason. I don't have any issues with him in goal. Now that I've said that, though, I am afraid that I'm going to be proved wrong. We've already fouled them 5 times, so it's a little ridiculous. Henrich pushing it up, runs into his man. A little bit of traffic there, but out wide for File. Playing it in, looking for Cole. It's over his head. Not cleared. Henrich with a shot, and Muric makes a fantastic save for Hamburg. That very easily could have been 1-0 Elversberg right there. Gindorf on the corner. Looking for Adieli. Cannot get on top of that header. And ultimately, it will drop without any incident. But the first two official shots of the game coming for SV Elversberg as Hamburg looks to move it out of their end. We are putting some pressure on, no more than usual. We have not changed any of the instructions. I feel like, even though we went on that terrible run at the end of the season, I do feel, and I'm not counting the last match of the season. That was David Mutter. It was a fever dream. But aside from those games, I really did enjoy the way that the team played in the run-in. Although Glatzel is in. I think, is he offside? I can't tell if that was the flag had been raised or if he's just kind of chilling with it, hanging in front of him. That is going to count, so Hamburg is going to take the 1-0 lead. So they were able to slip past our defense, and we only have 3 guys back there. And whose fault was that? I'm going to say that was Sickinger. Oh, it was Adieli. Now, we have gotten offers in for Adieli. They've been kind of on the weak side. He came to us, though. He was like, look, why aren't you letting me leave? I got an offer. Why did you reject it? And I said, well, the money wasn't good enough. And then, of course, we came to an agreement on a number which is like 10 times higher than what was offered for him. So I'm happy to do that. So I think it's 1.7 million. If we get 1.7 million, we will sell the 22-year-old Polish defenseman. Gindorf in, looking back post. Muric able to handle that, though. Arijan Muric, not a lot to do. Only the single shot on target so far. Only the one shot for Hamburg. We are doing a decent job defensively. Oh, good job by Foul, but he loses it again to Reese. Rios to David. Or David. I don't know what his first name is. Gui Ramos out wide. Mikkel Brancis looking back post. Finds Willemsen, and there is the first goal of the year for Oscar Willemsen. And he's highlighted again. I think that was Adieli's man. Was Adieli the player responsible? No, it was frickin' Sickinger. I try so hard to not go with the guys that my management team think I should be because they're the more experienced hands. Although I did justify it. I'm like, he's our captain. Let's get him in there. I think changes need to be made on our back line here at the 45-minute mark. Akhmedov back to get it. Bit of a dangerous ball. Ooh, Adieli. Willemsen wins it back. Reese carrying it forward. Oh, Schreiber. Is Schreiber just not on his game today? Now Tim Boss did play a majority of the friendlies just to kind of see how things were going to go. He still didn't instill that confidence in me that I really needed to see. He was in net for the Grenoble match, not for the one against Bournemouth. So 2 goals given up by Max Schreiber, but ultimately Schreiber has been, for me, and to my eyes, the better choice. Let's tell him it was absolutely terrible, because it's true. And Zickinger is going to... No, stop it. I think I need to replace my batteries. Zickinger's going to come out, and it'll be Manu. Niederlander's on the yellows. Let's get Manfred Hector in the match. And that's all I want to change for right now. I'm hesitant to do too many things at once, but I think I know what my next move may be, and I think it's coming at striker. I think Cole is going to go into the advanced forward position, and we're going to bring in Angelo Stavridis, who had a very good preseason showing. Oh, great ball, picked off by Akhmedov. Zentner gives it back to him, but we're in the early going, so of course the highlight ends. But Manu, with a free kick, sends it out wide, sprays it to Akhmedov. No defenders around him right away. Akhmedov taken out. Ball won back by Heinrich. Mikkel Brensis gets his foot in the way, but we've got it again. Hector back for Zentner, carrying it forward, sending it across. File to Gindorf. Gindorf's in. Gindorf shoots, and it is saved. I feel like he could have made a better decision when taking that shot. I think he had more daylight than he gave himself credit for, and he ended up putting the ball right in the breadbasket of the goalkeeper. Our forwards right now are not playing very well. Can we all agree on that? 2-0 in favor of Hamburg. We've got just over 30 minutes remaining in this match. And a free kick for Gui Ramos. Peña Biafore. Lots of Spanish names. Where are your Germans, guys? Where are your homegrown players? I didn't think so. Berke Yilmaz pushing it deep. Gets around his man. Across Emmanuel Farai in the middle of everybody. And that was just more terribleness. And I think this time it was Aaron Manu who was at fault. That's him right there. Yeah, he let himself get beat. He did. Who's that? Zentner fanned on the clearance. Oh boy, this is going to be a long, long season, my friends. Drop Hector back. We'll put Manu on the left, Zentner in the middle. And let's make the change at striker I was talking about. So Stavridis is going to come in. Marvin Yusin is there as well. In fact, let's get him in. We're going to just replace both of our strikers here. We've got a half an hour left to go, and we are making wholesale changes as we demand more from our team. And it's been all Hamburg for quite a while now. Akhmedov, though, in control. Manu, guys, pick up the pace just that little bit, please. We're on a slightly higher tempo. I just feel like we're not doing enough. And this is, sadly, this is not the way that the team looked in the preseason. Now, we obviously were rotating guys around using different players in different situations, but we really weren't playing like the old guys. Nice play by Yusin. That was a great header in, but Muric was up to the task. It's not like we were playing the old guy. Like Schnellbacher wasn't getting a ton of time. Zickinger, I guess, did. Gindorf almost picking out that top corner, which will lead to a corner kick. We are turning things on. Let's see if we go a little bit more attacking. We'll be better off. Oh, I thought that was in. And why is Adieli as our DM? Hello? What is happening here? This is what happened. This kills me. All right, so Frankie is going to come in that position. I think the batteries on my mouse are running low. That's going to be what I'm excusing on. It's a little bit sticky, a little bit tricky. And it feels like I'm just not in control when I've got something selected. We're pretty even in a lot of ways in this match. Possession, obviously, is tilted towards Hamburg. And they are going to go on and win. And they're going to win pretty easily. But there were some bright spots of what I've seen. Marvin Yusin has looked pretty good. Akhmedov has looked pretty good. I'm going to get his name right one of these days. I think Hector has put in a decent game. Manuel File, he's not showing it on the rating, but he's been okay. Obviously, no knocks against Stavridis in the half hour he was there, considering he's still on a 6.7, which is pretty amazing. But a loss to kick things off. And we're... I guess because I was hard them at the half. That when I said, we were the underdogs, you did you guys proud. Unwilling to experiment. What the hell? I lost one game. Royal is facing a crisis of confidence. And Houston is finding it tough. So 12 matches for him, 14 matches for Marvin Houston. It's not counting the preseason, my friends. I don't want scouting. I want our schedule. Hansa Rostock Nuremberg got our first match of the DFB Pokal. Let's reconvene. Let's reconvene against Karlsruhe in the middle of September. Why don't we do that? If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. I am afraid we are just in one of those. We're on a roller coaster and we're on the downward trajectory right now. But we will eventually come back up. I know it for sure. God, we have newly relegated St. Pauli coming up in this early going as well. Maybe we'll get an ice cream puff in the DFB Pokal that we can get some of our confidence back. But if you enjoyed that, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and come back next time for more South by Sudvest as Season 5 rolls on. Please make it not be a massive mistake. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.